Hey folks, my name's Ed Travers. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm an Anglican priest serving in the beautiful parish of St. Margaret of Scotland that sits on the ancestral and on the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Gwe. Last week, somebody asked me a comment that I am really in love with. I thought it was a really interesting comment, and it made me think. And then this Saturday at our live event, by the way, we have live events every Saturday night at 8:30 Atlantic Standard Time. So you should try to be there for the next one. Love to see you. Anyhow, this Saturday at our live event, someone was asking questions about the Bible as well. And I thought they were great questions. Now, the comment that came and these questions are all along the same line, and I thought we could talk about that a little bit today because it's important. The question was, do you believe every word in the Bible? Well, my answer to that is yes. I believe every word of the Bible. But that doesn't necessarily mean I take the entire book literally. It doesn't mean that I look at the Bible and I say, oh, that's a book of facts, or a checklist, or a user manual, or a scientific textbook, or a history textbook, or any kind of textbook, really. That's not how I see it. I see the Bible as a book of truth. Is it fact? No. Is it truth? Yes. Now I know that might sound confusing. But the Anglican Church of Canada, the Church of England, the Episcopal Church in the United States, we have these things called the 39 Articles. They were written a long, long, long time ago. These articles, the Articles of Faith, they make a bunch of statements that are meant to inform us about our faith, to let us know some of the things that we're supposed to believe in, or to give us guidance in some of the some Christian conversations that we should be aware of. One of those articles is about the Bible, and what it says is the Bible contains everything necessary for salvation. The Bible contains everything necessary for a person's salvation. The Bible contains everything necessary for a person to live a life where they are growing closer to God, they are growing closer to their neighbors, and they are growing more and more and more and more like Jesus Christ. Because the world needs more people who are living their life like Jesus Christ. The Bible has everything you need to have that kind of a life. It does not say that the Bible is to be taken literally. It does not say that the Bible is a book of facts or a checklist or a textbook or a user manual. It says the Bible contains all you need to live a good, godly, Christ-like life. Now I know the question is, well, if the Bible's not fact, then how could you possibly believe it was written by God? I believe it was inspired by God, not written by God. I believe that God speaks to all of us even today and inspires us to write and to say and to sing things that offer us a glimpse of God, that offer us a way of diving deeper into God. But how could the Bible not be fact and you still believe? Well, Jesus is my answer for that one again. See, Jesus, and it actually comes up in Matthew chapter 13. Jesus often spoke in parables. He taught in parables. He rarely ever gave somebody a direct command or a direct order. And as a matter of fact, those direct commands and direct orders that he did give, like love your enemy, we don't necessarily enjoy all that much. But when he taught about God, when he taught about our relationship with God, when he taught about how we should relate to others, he often used stories and parables. Now, he did this for a reason, and again, in Matthew 13, he explains why. He says these teachings aren't for everybody. Not everybody is going to get it. I believe that anybody who is opening the Bible, who is seeking God, they'll get it. Anybody who opens the Bible who is seeking Christ will get it. Anybody who opens the Bible who is seeking knowledge about how they can live in a right relationship with their neighbors, they'll get it. Anybody who is opening the book to grow spiritually, to become a better, more Christ-like person, they will get it. They will get what's written in there. And over time, the Bible will open itself up more and more and more and more and more to those people. I believe also, though, that those folks who are reading the Bible for their own glorification, to gain power and authority for themselves, it doesn't give them the keys of life. It isn't offering them everything they need for salvation, but rather, whereas those who are seeking God find life in the Bible, those who are seeking for themselves, they find death and destruction. They don't find a prosperous life, they find a poisonous one. Now, if the Son of God, the Word made flesh, was teaching those around him using parables and stories and riddles, then I suspect that the rest of the book is written in the same way. That it isn't something that we can take literally, but rather something that we must embrace and something we must absorb, something we must question, something we must consider. The answers don't necessarily jump out at you on the page because they are written exactly as you need to see them. For me, anyway, more often than not, those words that are written on the page demand that I give them thoughtful, prayerful consideration. Do I believe every word of the Bible? I believe that every word of the Bible leads me to truth, leads me to God's truth. But I don't necessarily believe that every word of the Bible should or even could be taken literally. May the Lord bless you, may the Lord keep you, may the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you, may you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that if you are seeking a deeper relationship with God, a deeper relationship with your neighbors, if you are seeking to grow more into the person that God knows you to be, I pray that as you pick up this book, it will open itself to you, that it will offer you the life you are searching for. Amen. Numultus.